Hey, I'm John, and welcome to part 2 of my Wonder Woman room. In part 1, we talked about my vintage items. In part 2, we're finishing up the vintage stuff and throwing in some random things. I love this ruler. It's a combination of DC Comics superheroes and Battle of the Planets. Do you even remember that? A friend told me about it, and I had to look it up. It just did not ring a bell. I love these walkie-talkies from Australia. What a fun and random item. Love that lava lamp. That was made by Vander. Vander did some really fantastic stuff back in the early 2000s. I wish they still did. They made these 4 banks right here that you're seeing now. Very cool Hallmark ornament right there, featuring the Trinity, backed by their first covers. There's a great Walmart container that was offered in 2016 for Halloween to hold your candy. I'm using it to hold these holiday ornaments. For the past 3 years, they've offered this ornament, changing the tag, putting a different year on it. So they're all these little tiny variations. That's the level of crazy that I'm at right now. The Canadian Mint has been offering these colorized coins. They did a Batman v Superman version, and now they're doing more traditional looking. That set that you just saw glows in the dark, and then they did a solo Wonder Woman coin with her own box. Packaging is always so important with a great collectible. Sometimes it's more important than the item itself. Presentation, people, presentation. Hands down, the coolest bookends ever. Wonder Woman lassoing the cheetah as she's trying to steal money from a bank. Just genius in every way possible. There's a Wonder Woman fish tank. I'm using it to hold lanyards. I have no idea what to do with lanyards. I guess people use them. I don't know. Here's a cool ring display. It doesn't have any rings on it, but it was fun. And now we're ready to move into our next section of the room. This whole section is dedicated to the Superfriends. My first introduction to Wonder Woman ever. The funny thing about the Superfriends merchandise is that a lot of it, although it has the Superfriends logo, very rarely did they actually use the way she looked on the show. You know, with that fantastic bouffant hair that we all wanted. Wanted in quotes. I think of all the incarnations of that show, my favorite was the Challenge of the Superfriends. There were so many characters in it, and every hero had a corresponding villain, And luckily, Wonder Woman had not one but two villains in that show. They used the Cheetah and Giganta, even though Giganta wasn't really Wonder Woman's foe in the show. It was great to see her on this program. I think my least two favorite incarnations of the show were in its final 2 years. They seem to be focused on, making Wonder Woman Darkseid's bride. It was very damsel in distress, and for me, as a Wonder Woman fan, it was off-putting. Check out some of these cool magnetic games that were made by NASA in the early 80s. I especially love the Parcheesi game. When my collection started to get out of hand, I stopped displaying comic books. Much like many flat things, it's just hard to enjoy the beautiful cover and still have it on display taking up room. So I tried this approach of using the first volume of Wonder Woman, putting the cover and the very last issue. As of right now, I need 82 issues to have all of Volume 1. The rest of these books are all just generic Wonder Woman books. I'm just trying to keep out. I just like to have them available. Sometimes I like to browse through them and just enjoy them. Some really great stories in Wonder Woman comic books if you haven't read them. And let me tell you something. These little 3M hooks, one of my friends told me about them. They are a lifesaver. I was mentioning earlier about the trouble of displaying flat things, and they're just fantastic. And like the advertisement, they really do peel off without leaving a mark. They don't damage your furniture. You just pull on the little tag, and with a little effort, they come right off. Look at me advertising for them. I hope they're going to pay me for that. I really love random Wonder Woman collectibles, and this is one of them. It's a room divider. I never imagined they would create such a thing, and it's beautiful. The problem with it is it takes up a lot of room. Let it be known that 2016 was the year of the Wonder Woman Christmas stocking. There were just several of them, and I have some of them here. While I get most of my items from the United States, I've got to say, if there's one country that brings it every single time, it's Brazil. They make the most fantastic things in the world, and you're looking at it right now. I love that tray with the light on it. There's also an alternate version without the light. The salt and pepper shakers are fantastic. That Sensation Comics, it's like a faux book. You can hide things in it. The popcorn tin. There's a Lazy Susan. There's a cool air freshener. It's just amazing the things that come out of Brazil. They're really thinking outside the box, and I love that in terms of collectibles. Here's another shelf of Brazil items. There's cotton swabs. Who makes Wonder Woman cotton swabs? There's a napkin holder. There's several toothbrushes, and every one of them is different. There's a little coat hanger. And this play costume that you're seeing right now, I just got this. I absolutely love these things. I have a fantastic friend who lives in Brazil, and he hooks me up with a lot of this stuff. So thank you, thank you, thank you. In 2016, Walgreens started a brief little makeup line with Wonder Woman, and they created some of the coolest display items. They were just as much fun as the physical items themselves, and I had the most fun experience hunting for them and buying them because the girl that waited on me in the store was just one of those deadhead teenagers who couldn't be bothered, and she literally had her mouth hanging open the whole time she was ringing up the order. It was just comical because I'm sure the minute I left, she told everybody what a nutcase I was. but oh well. Not the first time, it won't be the last time. What you're seeing now are some more really cool items from Brazil. That three-tiered candy dish is amazing. It's really fragile though. Here are some more random Wonder Woman items. Here in the US, if you're near a Six Flags theme park, I highly recommend that you visit it. They have incredible stuff that you can only buy in a Six Flags theme park, and there's no website for it. If you're not in the park, you can't get it. Here's another one of those Walgreens displays I was talking about. I think the nail polish display is my favorite. That's this one right here. The section that's about to begin is devoted to the early 2000s Justice League cartoon. This was a fantastic show. Wonder Woman was so powerful and so tough and really, really a great representation. I loved this show. She wasn't in every episode. They would alternate who would actually be featured, which is great because it gives everybody some face time. But there are some amazing episodes with her. These Pop-Tarts that you're seeing right there, they're from 2016. I love that they're still using image artwork from this show, considering it's been off the air for so long. Great beach towel under that right there from Australia. And here's the final display from Walgreens. These are the bags. Again, really, really fantastic. The shelf that you're about to see, I started to dedicate to stationery type items, notebooks, pens, any kind of writing utensil. There's been some really amazing stuff created for Wonder Woman. Flat things, of course. They're kind of becoming the bane of my existence, but it's like a challenge to find the right spot for them. I always thought that underoos were an incredible invention, and when they brought them out again last year, I think they were first offered at Hot Topic. I was so excited. It's so great to see items that were cool when I was a kid re-released to the new generation to experience them. And here we are at the last section of this video. Here's all the writing utensils and bottle openers. My God, I never realized they would make so many Wonder Woman bottle openers. This isn't even all of them. I just bought the ones that I liked. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, please give it a thumbs up. And as always, if you didn't like it, I just don't care. Stay tuned. I'm going to be posting some more videos soon. I can't wait to share with you the rest of my space. And thanks for watching.